What's up guys, welcome to another video. Today I bring you another subject and I believe this one will be very useful for you guys because I'm pretty sure that you want to know how to get those lush red aquatic plants. To get those really nice reds, you need three things: intense light, a little bit of iron, and lack of nitrogen. Just that. I will explain to you in more detail what you need to do. Okay? So for example, guys, if you go to the beach and you take a sun bath without any sun protector, what will happen? You get a sunburn. So your skin will get red. So in the planted tank, of course, this is just analogy, but in the planted tank, if your plants stay longer under the intense light without growing that fast, it means the pigmentation, the chlorophyll pigmentation that is green, not red, is green, will change from color just to protect themselves from the very intense light. So it is an error when we think that we need to dose too much iron. Iron is just a micro element. As a micro element should be dosed in small amounts in the water. So if your plants are not yellowish and dying, if your plants are with nice green, so you have enough iron on your tank just to have those reds. You don't need to be dosing every single day. Okay? So this is when getting the nitrogen. And for nitrogen, probably you already have noticed when you dose it too much, you will going to have your plants growing massively fast. And this is the key element for having your red plants. If you start dosing it once a week or every twice a week, don't overfeed them. Keep them around 5 ppm, 10 ppm maximum, and then you're going to see your stem plants will grow a little bit slower. However, when they grow slower, anytime they get nutrients, they will grow a little bit, and when they are not available on the water, they will stay. And this is why stem plants should grow in a very moderate way. This is the way how you can get the reds. For example, my 90 centimeters plant tank had a few issues because I tried to breed my Mikrogeophagus Ramirezi German Blue, and it was a lot of organic waste because we need to feed them so much, try to get them eat, and also it was my first time to breed those species or that species. And it is when we do a lot of things just to protect the fry and not trimming the plants, also feed them that much, and then some algae start to pop up. One of the things that I did in this tank just to recover, so this will be 2 lessons in one, I just start trimming all those plants. Because any change on the fertilization routine will be better just to do it after you trim it. Okay, so I trim all these plants, vacuum all the areas where probably a lot of organic waste was already deposited over there, because not having the proper filtration, because I put a piece of metal with a tiny hose and the intake of the filter was probably not taking all the dust, all the organic waste directly to the filter, so it deposits on the bottom of the tank, and I had to vacuum a little bit more than usual, and trying to do water change every 2 days more or less. And every next day or in the same day after the water change, I will dose a little bit of nitrogen. So in this way, I'm pretty sure that there is some phosphorus on the water already. So by dosing a little bit of nitrogen, my plants will grow a little bit faster than usual, and they will compete directly with algae. So think with me, if your plants are stopping growing, they are still there, you have algae and you have your plants. So there is nothing competing between both. So it means they both grow in the same way. But if you dose a little bit more than usually you do, so your plants will get healthy, so they start to compete with algae. So the thing is, algae start to go away and your plants start getting healthy. And of course, this is like a match. So you need to have a little bit patience, just do your water change and try to grow them a little bit faster just to fight algae, okay? So in this tank, what I have done was just to increase a little bit the liquid fertilization. You can see those plants are not so vibrant anymore. All those amazing reds, they were simply gone. There are some changes on it. There is a little bit of orange, a little bit of yellow, but not as before, okay? So it means that when we tend to dose more or less daily or 3 or 4 times a week, even if we reduce the quantity that we should dose in one day of the week for all entire week, we are providing always nutrient to your plants. So your plants will grow faster. And when they usually grow faster, they tend to grow tall in height, but not in volume. So you don't going to get that massive bush. And then, of course, the plants not staying long time enough under intense light, they will not get the proper coloration, okay? So, and this way, if you still have some issues, some plants doesn't go so well with some lean fertilization routine, always trim them first, then you try the new routine. Doesn't matter which one you want to follow, but if you want to check my fertilization routine, I keep the link here or in the description below. You can just check it, and then you're going to see that it's quite easy just to keep all the stem plants growing a little bit slow than normal, but also with too much volume and also too much coloration. Okay, and for last but not least, because this probably is the most important thing just to get all those reds, is lighting system. Because lighting system must be from moderate to intense. Okay, so photo period around 7 to 8 hours a day. You can, if you can do a ramp, you can do a ramp. Probably keep 5 hours in the maximum intensity that you can reach from that light. I will not talk specifically about any brand because I never used most of the brands that are in the market. However, I'm still using Twinstar. I have seen that 88 solar RGB, they grow immensely and so well in red. And also I think for some videos I have seen Chihiros, I think it's going well too. And but talking probably those two most affordable lights like Twinstar and Chihiros, because there is a big competition between them. I am using Twinstar for a couple of years now, and I must say that I am so pleased with the intensity and also for the results. The reds are much easier to achieve because there is a very big part on the measure of the intensity of the light, and I'm pretty sure that you'll be pleased too. So always take in consideration, more intense light you have, more caution you should have too. Okay, CO2 is very important because getting reds without the CO2, I'm not saying that is not that is impossible, but I'm saying that is difficult because since you need to have intense light, if you don't have something that will help with the photosynthesis, can be a big issue just to keep them healthy and algae free. Okay, so what I suggest to you, keep your tank intense light from 7-8 hours. Okay, so the peak could be only 5 hours. Then you need to have CO2. You need to not dose too much iron, just leave it once a week or every 2 weeks is more than enough. And then have a lean fertilization routine. Values of nitrogen should be around 5 to 10. Dose it only once a week or twice a week if you want, but you will see that once a week you get it much better results because plants will grow much slower, and then since they stay under the light for longer, the reds will be much more intense. If you still have some issues, you should consider to put some root tabs on your soil, because root tabs will provide nutrition for the roots of your plants. So for some reason, if they are struggling a little bit because they don't have the nutrient they should have, so they will take it from the roots. And then you just provide on the water small quantities that will help the plants or the leaves to grow and get the proper coloration without being in lack of nutrition. Okay, and then of course keep your maintenance sharp, water changes every single week. Okay, be sure that you do the regular maintenance to your filter, because probably one of the issues that coming from some BBAs and some other algae, your filter could be clogged, could be not, or could be completely dirty, and then you still have certain imbalance that you cannot control with liquid fertilization. And this is it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you are also doing well. If you are in holidays, just enjoy it. Stay safe, most of all, or most important, stay safe, and see you in the next video. Take good care of yourself. Bye bye.